Today we'll be reacting to Jazmine Sullivan performing Girl Like Me live from her Tiny Desk home concert. And this is featuring H.E.R, another one of my favorites. I think I got to know about H.E.R back when Dear White People came out, and I just love the soundtrack for it, so I found it on Spotify and she was there. I think it was the song Focus. Ugh, it's so beautiful. If you know, you know. If you don't, go check it out. Jazmine Sullivan, one of my favorite, like, deep, nice. She feels like a hot beverage, just like your favorite warm beverage on a stormy night, you know? Her voice is exquisite. So to see these two together, I'm super excited. I'm sorry, I'm already rambling, so buckle up. But before we start, this is a reaction video. It's a commentary video, so I'm gonna pause and provide some commentary along the way, but I'll of course link the full performance below so that you can check it out without me disturbing you.
This last song we're gonna do with one of my favorite artists. Her name is H.E.R. I'm so excited to present this song to you guys. It's called Girl Like Me off my project, Hotels.
We love hotels.
I made a profile on Tinder, said you love me to be with her. Think that means I'm getting desperate. Wish I could return the sender, but you don't love me no more.
The way that she adds those little rasps, little distortions. She's obviously like a contralto, an alto, even mezzo soprano, because she can go up there as well, you know. She's got a very good range, and I'm so here for the lower part of that. Singers, especially if you're like a woman singer and you're trying to be a soprano, just because that's sort of revered, that's sort of held higher in some way, because people are like, when you watch talent shows and you see people sing like these really high notes, people are like, wow. But the quality in a good low note like this, what Jazmine Sullivan is a master class professor of, you know, go for it. Like, honestly, hone those parts of your voice. Don't try to be a soprano just because that sounds more impressive. No, real ones will hear it. This is impressive. But also her runs, like the fluency, her musical fluency, it's to die for.
Think that means I'm getting desperate. Wish I could return the sender, but you don't love me no more.
Her timing as well.
I don't even know what for. Yeah. Knew it was real when you blocked me. Sitting on judging my body.
Oh my
Wondering what I did to lose you. Why in the hell you ain't choose me? Why you don't?
Oh, right where I was. Why you don't? Oh my gosh, the control. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's, I love it so much. And also, okay, one big thing that was a part of what I was feeling. But then all those runs came on top of that and I was overwhelmed. I'm sorry, but we're back. Her lyrics, oh my gosh. Like the way she writes, her penmanship is so, she writes so modern, but not in a way that feels like, oh, trying to be trendy, you know, doing it for the TikTok. It doesn't feel like that at all. It just feels modern and relatable to modern people. Jazmine Sullivan's vocals are just everything right now, so I'm not even acknowledging her, and I'm sorry, but that accompaniment on the guitar is airtight. It's super tight. She's also like a full little musician, and you can tell when they sing, they're musically fluent. They speak music fluently. Gorgeous.
Real when you block me. Sitting on judging my body.
This.
Wondering what I did to lose you. Why in the hell you ain't choose me? Why
her
you
tone.
don't love me no more? I don't even know what for.
Such a fine vocalist.
Just wanted something different, still don't know. I was missing, but you asked I would've given. It ain't right how these hoes be winning, why they be winning. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's up here and then down here. And it's just like seamless in between, you know, with all these melismas and all these runs. It doesn't seem like she's even changing the placement all that much, but she must be because, you know, it sounds very different. But you can't hear the gear shifts, if that makes sense. Like in a car, when you shift gears, you hear the changes. But with her voice, she moves all across like her gears and there's no change. I mean, obviously there is a change in the sound, but you know what I mean. There's no break.
No hope for a girl like me. How come they be winning? And I ain't wanna be, but you gon' make a hoe out of me.
Yeah, you gon' make me a gold digger. Maybe I should look like a stripper, wearing fashion over dresses. Why these dudes be so pressed and impressed with it? You leave me with no choice. Oh, I can't do this good girl shit no more. You once wanted something different, still don't know what I was missing. What you asked, I would've given. It ain't right how these hoes be winning, why they be winning.
Like there's no good place to even pause because they keep serving like... It's honestly overwhelming, the greatness. And also, okay, let me take a moment to applaud the sound people for this, because let's go crisp, clear vocals. Thank you so much. And also, it has to do with their actual crisp, clear vocals, you know, their tones that are godlike, I would say. That helps, of course, but also, good job, sound people, because it sounds pristine. The way they just play around individually on their little scales, doing their little melisma, their little runs that are by no means little. It's very hard for me as a Norwegian to say these things. It's like when I say edited it. It's like when I edit my videos, I edited it. It's like a continuous loop. I get stuck. I lost my train of thought. But like the edited it, they just keep serving. Like they go in and out of their harmonies, doing their individual runs and back into the harmonies like it's nothing. And the way it's so like laid back and chill, it's not like, wah, you know, they're not divaing it up by any means, but they are because of all those runs. So it's just like a perfect, classy, tasteful mix. I love it so much. Thank you so much for recommending this. Let's continue.
Hopeful girl like me, how come they be winning? And I ain't wanna be, but you gon' make a hoe out of me.
Y'all niggas be making us sad. This day you don't know how we made. So we started feel like we don't care. Cause y'all niggas be taking us sad. Cause you don't want us no more. Ooh. And it breaks us to the core. You must want something different. Still don't know what I was missing. What you asked, I would've given. It ain't right how these hoes be winning.
I know there are perfect little runs all the time, but did you hear her there? I need you to hear her on this little run. I'm not sure if I have to censor this, by the way. If I do, I'm so sorry, because I don't want to take away their artistic expression. It's not a word I would use for obvious reasons, but taking away their expression is... But if I have to do it because of the YouTube guidelines, you know why. I'm sorry. I really am. But yeah, let's listen to her little perfect run there.
Still don't know what I was missing. What you asked, I would've given. It ain't right how these hoes be winning. Why they win? Girl like me, how come they be winning? Yeah, and I ain't wanna be, but you gon' make a hoe out of me. A hoe I'll be. Yeah, that's what you wanted, that's what you get, a hoe I'll be. Yeah.
This it gives me sort of early days Lauryn Hill vibes. Some of the things she did, like even when she sort of overdubbed herself and did like runs with herself and harmonies with herself in the recordings, or like even projects she did with other people. It just sounds fantastic. I'm gonna go practice my scales after this. I'm gonna do my vocal agility exercises. I'm gonna go like try to copy every run that Jazmine Sullivan and her do, because again, their fluency, like they got their scales on lock and their agility. They're just playing around into those wonderful harmonies and out of them again, and it just sounds like effortless play.
What you did, kid? Yeah, oh, I'll be. See what you did to me. Oh, yeah.
Great job from the band too. Sounds super good. Yeah.
I'm doing me.
Go scat.
I'm going out and doing me.
I have to say, I love a good scat in an R&B setting, not just in a pure jazz setting. Obviously, their arrangement is sort of flowing into sort of a jazz feel here, because they're getting so free with it, and jazz, is improvised music, and R&B sprung out of that. But yeah, to hear actual scatting the way, where you sing gibberish, you just sing sounds instead of words, you make sounds like that. It's scatting. I'm sure if you're watching this, you already know, but in case you don't, that's scatting, what she just did, which is very, very normal in jazz vocal improvisation, and also in R&B, but not so much in modern pop R&B, So it's really cool to hear it. That's what I'm saying. And can you believe that this is live? The band sounds amazing. Both singers sound amazing. They haven't missed a note, not a single one. They haven't had one ugly little break. They haven't had a single vocal mishap. Such professionals, such vocalists. Thank you.
I'm
just playing around with it. I love it. We love actual improvisation like this. Love it. Yes. Thank you, Jazmine Sullivan. Thank you, H.E.R. Thank you, band. Thank you, sound people. This was a gorgeous, stunning production. Why isn't this talked about everywhere? Oh my God, everywhere? All right. It has almost 10 million views. It bugs me that people who really, they enjoy good vocals, but they don't appreciate runs that much. I don't know if it's maybe it's intricate, you got all the scales on top of these complicated chords. Maybe it's simple chords with complicated scales and complicated runs, complicated intervals that they do in those runs, and maybe they do some sort of dissonant harmonies on purpose, like dissonant in relation to the chords, and then get back into it as a cool effect. I don't know, because it's very intelligent music when you do this, what they just did. Like I said, the musical fluency is on point. I feel like it's not appreciated enough. You have singers who have brought runs into the pop scene and made it so that people are impressed by them and stuff like that. But what I mean is I don't feel like it's getting enough credit. I've even heard people say that when singers go in and do runs, it's to compensate for bad technique. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It takes wild technique to have that vocal agility. And I've even heard some people say that vocal agility shouldn't be like a measurement for whether a singer is good or not. And I agree, it shouldn't be the only measure, but why couldn't it be one of them, And her reasoning was because people are born with it. no. You know, some people have that vocal agility more naturally than others. It sort of depends how much you've strained and complicated things for yourself with your voice over the years, and also sort of music you've grown up with singing and all that, how much you've challenged that part of yourself. But it's definitely something you have to learn and something you have to keep up. You know, to keep that vocal agility, you have to have technique. It's not just something you're born with and there it is, and you can do all these scales and all that. And even if you have vocal agility, it doesn't mean that you have the musicality to do all these complicated runs, you know, because you don't know where to go. Even though you have the agility to go there, you don't know what to sing, you know? And they do, and that's a musical skill, and it's a vocal skill, and it's not something... I don't know why people diminish it, that's it. I don't know why I went on this rant right now, but it's because I guess this is a whole masterclass in vocal runs, and I'm passionate about it. It's amazing. I love it so much. Thank you so much for recommending it. I'm gonna go. I've been rambling for too long. If you're still here, leave 2-star emojis for these 2 stars. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.